In the world of boxing, there are champions and then there are legends. Today, we tell the story of a man who has risen to the top of his sport, a fighter who embodies skill, discipline, and an unyielding will to win. Dmitry Bivol. Born on December 18, 1990 in Tokmak, Kyrgyz SSR, then part of the Soviet Union, Dmitry Bivol's journey to greatness began far from the bright lights of Las Vegas or Madison Square Garden. Raised in a modest family, Dmitry showed early signs of athleticism. Being born and raised in Kyrgyzstan, where he would take up boxing at the age of 6 years old until his family moved to St. Petersburg, Russia, when he was 11 years old. Bivol's father was born in the Moldavian SSR, and his mother is an ethnic Korean born in Kazakh SSR. Bivol was first introduced to the sport of boxing at the age of 6, encouraged by his father, who was a boxing enthusiast. Dmitry started his amateur career early, showing impressive discipline and even skill at a young age. As a teenager, Bivol's skills began to catch the eye of local coaches. He was already competing in national amateur competitions at a young age. In his early years, it was clear he had something special, a blend of speed, technique, and incredible endurance. His amateur career was nothing short of impressive. Bivol accumulated a record of 268 wins, with only 15 losses. Bivol was a decorated amateur, winning 2 world championships at the junior U17 level, as well as a bronze medal at the 2008 AIBA Youth World Boxing Championships in the middleweight division. He also won gold at the 2013 World Combat Games in the 81-kilogram weight category and won the Russian National Amateur Boxing Championships in 2012 and 2014 as a light heavyweight. After a stellar amateur career, Dmitry Bivol made the leap to the professional ranks in 2014. His transition to the pro scene was seamless, his technique refined, and his mentality sharpened. Bivol made a statement in his professional debut by defeating Uruguayan boxer Jorge Rodriguez by TKO in the 6th round in Moscow. From there, he would go on to finish his next 5 fights, finishing Konstantin Peternov, Joey Vegas, Felipe Romero, Jackson Jr., and Clayton Conceição. It's no surprise Bivol would go on to become a problem by sparring boxers like Egor Mekhontsev, John Pascal, and Vyacheslav Shabransky early in his career. With every fight, Bivol showcased his exceptional footwork, his ability to land clean, accurate punches, and his superb defensive techniques. He was no longer just another prospect. Dmitry Bivol was becoming a serious contender in the light heavyweight division. But it wasn't until 2017 that Bivol truly made his mark on the world stage. In just his 12th professional fight, he faced the tough Australian fighter, Trent Broadhurst, for the WBA World Light Heavyweight title. In front of a roaring crowd, Dmitry Bivol made an explosive statement, knocking out Broadhurst in just the first round, claiming the WBA World Light Heavyweight title in spectacular fashion. It was the beginning of a reign that would see Bivol remain unbeaten for years to come. But winning the belt was just the first chapter in his incredible journey. As a champion, Bivol faced a new set of challenges. But time and time again, he proved that he was one of the best boxers in the world. His fight against Isaac Chilemba was a masterclass in controlling the tempo of the fight, while his victory over Sullivan Barrera showcased his ability to deal with a dangerous puncher. Bivol's skills weren't just about power, though he had plenty of that. His boxing IQ, his ability to adapt and change tactics mid-fight was truly what set him apart from others in the division. In 2018, Bivol faced the tough and seasoned veteran John Pascal. What followed was another decisive victory for Bivol, an impressive unanimous decision that solidified his status as one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world. But it was in 2022 that Bivol would face the fight that could cement his place in boxing history, the fight against Canelo Alvarez, a true test of his skill, strength, and heart. Many questioned whether Bivol had what it took to defeat the pound-for-pound king, but Dmitry's performance that night was nothing short of extraordinary. Using his size, precision, and boxing IQ, he shut down Canelo's offense and dominated the fight. The world watched in awe as Dmitry Bivol handed Canelo the most one-sided losses of his career, defending his WBA light heavyweight title in a unanimous decision victory. It was a moment that would solidify Bivol as one of the greatest in his weight class and prove that he could stand with the very best. His performance against Canelo went down in history as one of boxing's most impressive upsets. Bivol would go on to defeat Gilberto Ramirez, Lyndon Arthur, and Malik Zinad following his successful title defense against Canelo Alvarez. Then he would meet Artur Beterbiev in the ring for the first time in October 12, 2024. The fight would go the distance, making Bivol the first boxer to go all 12 rounds with Beterbiev. Bivol would go on to lose the fight by majority decision. The fight was a real class match, both fighters having moments in the fight trying to implement their game plans. There were many fans stating Bivol should have won the fight, even though it was a very close fight. Bivol and Beterbiev would go on to have a rematch February 22nd for the undisputed light heavyweight title. Bivol would make adjustments in the rematch by being more relaxed and having more patience than in the first bout. Beterbiev would slow down a little after the 7th round, and Bivol would begin to use his footwork to land his combinations through the final rounds. Beterbiev did have his moments in the fight, but it seemed Bivol had the better of the exchanges throughout most of the fight. With a record of 23 wins and 1 loss, the possibilities are endless for Dmitry Bivol after all of his achievements. What makes Dmitry Bivol so special inside the ring? It's a combination of his technical prowess, his fight intelligence, and his adaptability. Bivol is known for his elusive footwork, his precise jab, and his ability to control the ring. He's not just a knockout artist. He's a boxer who knows how to dictate the pace of the fight, creating openings and making adjustments as the rounds go on. His defensive skills are just as sharp as his offense. He's constantly moving, never staying stationary, always in control of the fight's rhythm. Outside the ring, Dmitry Bivol remains a humble and dedicated individual. His focus on family, community, and personal growth is just as important to him as his boxing achievements. He's always been the same, humble, determined, and focused. What you see in the ring is just a reflection of who he is outside of it. Dmitry Bivol's journey is far from over. With his incredible skill set, unmatched work ethic, and unwavering determination, he's poised to leave an indelible mark on the sport of boxing for years to come. As we look ahead, one thing is certain: Dmitry Bivol's legacy is already written in boxing history. He's not just a champion. He's a fighter who has proven that with the right combination of heart, discipline, and skill, anything is possible. Thanks for watching.